we started on January 1st, 2002 with a team being put together with me as employee number 1. We are supposed to take in students in 2003. So we were given a very, very short period of time.
There was both a building project to manage, and in fact there was the interim campus which was set up at the old Ministry of Education, Kay Siang Road. We actually took the first batch of students, had that up as a temporary premise, did limited renovations, and then trying to design and conceptualize the premises as well as the software to go with the premises here. It was really quite an exhilarating experience to be involved in a startup in that way.
We have 4 existing, very established polytechnics then. In Singapore, as you establish a new polytechnic, the concern is whether students will choose to come to your polytechnic. The key is to be able to set up a facility that would be different, exciting, and hence draw young people who see this as an opportunity to be able to benefit from this new approach that we are developing, and hence go out to be economically viable individuals. Using a problem-based learning approach, you actually shift the focus from teaching to learning. In a world that we are entering, what is most important is that young people learn how to learn. You can teach all you want. If the young people do not learn, then they will not be able to benefit from the environment that they are in. The fact that you have people together gives us a clear opportunity to actually place emphasis on the social aspects of education. Peer learning, peer teaching, that is actually the core strength of the system that we put together.
With all new enterprises, there are always skeptics out there. It was quite a hard sell to people to accept that. I don't know how much parents today still question that, but you have parents come, with their kids to see whether they should apply, and they sort of say, you guys are new, and should we really take this risk with you? And some did, and there were a few success cases where we talked to the parents. I remember the first graduation, some of them coming back and saying, we're very happy with what the institution did for my son or my daughter.
The pioneering spirit of Polytechnic has brought a very important set of learning methods to our students, and it has been able to motivate our students to be resourceful, to be responsible for their own learning, and to be able to work together in teams.
The campus started with us selecting a site. We took up the map of the northern part of Singapore, looked at where land parcels are available, and our focus zoomed onto this site because it's probably the nearest parcel of land in terms of proximity to an MRT station. This was it. So when we decided to break ground, it's exciting because it's the start of the physical infrastructure that we will see coming out. It was also exciting because, we had a remarkable architect designing this campus.
When I first joined RP, the positive impressions I got was RP has beautiful infrastructure. It has a team of very young people running it. And of course, they have adopted a very interesting pedagogy called problem-based learning. The not so positive feedback I received was, is PBL meant for every student? How does RP help the weaker student if it adopts PBL? Is everybody taking on the pedagogy well?
However, it has been proven that our graduates went on to do well in employment and further education.
I would say that Republic Polytechnic will be successful and has been successful in instilling an academic vitality in our students, and also importantly emotional vitality in our students. A lot of the service-based learning, a lot of the non-classroom activities I think help towards that. But the real goal really is to prepare our students for the working world and to get them ready. So I think PBL, with all the other activities we're doing on the service-based learning side, really presents opportunities for our students to be very well rounded and very well equipped for the working demands of the world today.
If you just look at student enrollment, it has increased from about 800 to about 14,000 this year. If you look at the number of programs, it has increased about 8-fold, and all within a short space of 10 years. So this is quite an achievement.
A lot of your success is not dependent on how much knowledge you yourself have. Success is dependent on working with teams, bringing your team member along, explaining your concept to your team member, listening to what your team member is saying to you, and as a group collectively coming up with a solution, with a decision, and then bringing that forward and selling it to your co-workers, your bosses, your clients. So in terms of framing academia with real-world perspective, I think RP students actually get great advantage by using PBL here. Based on the quality of value-added education they get here, I think RP students are eminently employable.
I've been in Polytechnic education for the last 22 years. I think the most challenging moment was when RP gets its first H1N1 case back in June 2009. Public perception was very negative. There was a website created by a student, Gardening Support, to ask me to resign as a poly principal because I'm not solving the problem. I also have parents writing to me to say, so what are you doing as a principal to contain the situation? Subsequently, when I addressed the issue publicly to say, look, with all the measures we put in place, actually RP is the safest place to be because we do temperature monitoring twice a day. We isolate our students to go to canteen. That was the most trying period in my last 3.5 years at RP. Thanks to all the colleagues, we overcome it. And surprisingly, we were awarded a Merit Prism Award for handling it so well in terms of public communication. When we were chosen as a venue for the YOG torch relay, I think the excitement and the energy level is so high that everybody wants to be part of the event. And everybody is putting their best foot forward, dressing their best to join their hands together to say that, look, it's an opportunity not just to showcase RP in Singapore, but to the world.
What is most exciting for RP when we were building RP was that we were willing to change, we were willing to be adventurous, and willing to be revolutionary. And I think moving forward, this spirit of being real, being revolutionary, daring to be adventurous must continue.
Last year, we have about 34% of our students requiring certain form of government assistance, either through bursaries or some other form. And I guess our challenge then will be how to make sure that every student coming to RP has every opportunity to study and to graduate.
We strive to create a vibrant learning environment so that our students can discover, transform, achieve at RP, and eventually get equal or better opportunity when they seek employment when compared with others.
We need to prepare the students not just for a job that they go out to when they leave the institution, but the jobs that they may see in 15, 20 or 30 years' time, and to know how to reposition themselves as they will need to still be useful and have interesting and fulfilling working careers.
We have a tremendous and amazing staff here at Republic Polytechnic. For such a young polytechnic, it's no surprise that the average age of our staff actually is relatively young. That said, our staff come from all walks of life. We have lifelong educators, we have mid-career hires, but I think one thing that brings them all together is that education to them is a calling. They've been brought to Republic Polytechnic to make a difference in the lives of our students. And for that, I would say thank you because they've done a tremendous job for our students.
To all RP colleagues, we have you in mind. We want the best for you so that you can also provide the best for our students. And I wish you a rewarding career as you work in RP.
Congratulations, Republic Polytechnic, on a 10th birthday. I'm sure there'll be many more to come, and I wish the institution great success.
A very happy 10th anniversary, and I look forward to great success in the years ahead.
Happy anniversary and thank you, Republic Polytechnic.